Hi everyone, this is Gretchen the Tipsy SD, and I'm filming this little intro to my next video because that video was filmed, that one and the one after that I have, were filmed about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and we kind of live in a different world now. And I wanted to address a couple things and make a couple things clear. I fully support Black Lives Matter, 100%, in their right to protest. I decided to stay quiet for the past couple weeks because A, I didn't really quite know what to say, and B, I felt like maybe it was time to start listening more instead of speaking more. As a person who has a certain amount of privilege due to the color of her skin, it's time to listen. We have really been ignoring problems for a very long time, and by we I mean white people, and I think it's time for us to shut up and listen and make changes that have needed to be made for not just days, not just weeks, for centuries. I also wanted to start highlighting some Black-owned beauty brands. I was doing some research and following some recommendations and suggestions, but I also started digging through my own stash, and it turns out that one of my favorite products is a Black-owned beauty brand. And forgive me because I'm about to hold the product up upside down, but there's a very specific reason for it because you can see exactly how much I have left. And I also don't know the exact pronunciation of this. I pronounce it Briogeo. They are a beauty brand that is a clean beauty brand, if that's something that you're interested in. This is the Be Gentle, Be Kind Kale and Apple Superfood Revitalizing Conditioner. I got this in a Sephora play box and tried it and absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing on my hair, and I have been buying it ever since. It has an amazing apple scent. At first I was a little bit nervous because I don't know if I've said this on my channel before, but I despise kale. Don't try to sell me on it. It's not going to happen, but I despise kale. This is the most sweetest apple scent you'll ever smell. My hair is shiny. It smells amazing. My curls are not frizzy, and it also doesn't strip color from my hair, which is incredibly important to me. If you haven't tried this, I would highly recommend going. I believe they even have small travel sizes to try. It's amazing. So enjoy the video and my buffoonery. And I hope all of you are safe, and yeah, let's get started. Oof, I am not happy with my makeup or hair today. Seriously, why does it have to be so hard, Rampage? I know it's not hard for you. So welcome to the Tipsy SD. I'm Gretchen, the Tipsy SD. And it's been a rough 24 hours here. So I definitely needed this, and I thought if I'm drinking, might as well make a video because, you know, why not? Ooh, lemony. This is a lemon drop. Delicious. So this video is part number 2 of the skincare product review. Just as a reminder, I test a lot of products. I've tested a lot of products this week, but I also wanted to kind of go over some of the stuff I regularly use and things that I really like, some of my favorites. But today we're getting into some more of the advanced products, exfoliators, masks, eye, lip stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing today. As I said before, I'm trying to keep this a more positive channel when it comes to skincare. I don't want to do any kind of, you know, what I hate this week type videos. It's just, there's enough of that on the internet, and I don't really want to get into it. That being said, I'm going to be as honest as I can in my reviews. You know, point out the good as well as some of the bad, and then basically just say whether or not I'd buy it again. And remember, skincare is very personal. As a licensed esthetician, this is how I do my research on products. I try them out, I research the ingredients, and then I make my decisions based on, you know, how they reacted on my skin and what I've read. Before we get started, remember, please subscribe to my channel. When we hit 250 subscribers, I'd like to do a giveaway. I've already picked out what I'm going to give away, so please subscribe to my channel, share it, and like this video. So let's get started, shall we? So we're doing the same thing we did in the last video, which is go alphabetical and in different categories. So we're starting with the exfoliant category, and item number 1 is the Acure Brightening Facial Scrub. I don't have much left, but it is like green. If you can see that, it's green. What do I think? One of the main ingredients is sea kelp, which is very mineral and antioxidant rich. Softens and hydrates the skin, helps you retain moisture. The next item is French green clay, which is a cleansing mud, which helps extract oil. Lemon peel, which is also an exfoliant and a skin brightener. Those are 3 fairly powerful ingredients that you've got right off the top there. Now, I'm going to tell you, it smells exactly what you think it's going to smell like. It smells like you basically scooped into the lake and just started rubbing the seaweed mud all over your face. It's not horrible, but it is not pleasant. I would be careful doing it 3 times a week though, but it does depend on what you're doing to your skin. So I would just be careful. I would phase any exfoliant in, whether it be chemical or mechanical exfoliation. Would I buy this again? You know, I'm about to run out of it and I'm really considering it because I do have other scrubs at my disposal, but I really liked this. I did feel like my skin felt softer and brighter when I used it. So yeah, I'm considering it. Item number 2 is also an exfoliant. It is Dermalogica's Daily Microfoliant. It's actually a really interesting product. It's a very fine milled powder. Then you put the powder in your hand, then you just mix water into it until it makes this really creamy scrub. It smells like oatmeal. So my thoughts. First, I have to make a clarification. I went to a Dermalogica school, so I am kind of biased towards their products a little bit because it's what I learned on. But this is truly one of the first products I fell in love with. It is the only Dermalogica product I use 14 years later. The powder itself is rice-based, so it's a manual exfoliant, but it's milled super fine, so it doesn't have that like really gritty feeling to it. It literally goes into a paste. It also has papain, salicylic acid, and rice enzymes as a chemical exfoliant, so you're getting both sides, a mechanical and a chemical exfoliant. It has white tea and licorice in it, which helps for brightening, and it has oatmeal in it for calming. My skin looks and feels visibly better when I use it. Would I use it every day? Probably not, but that's just because of my skin. Also, you can leave it on as a mask as well, so you can kind of scrub it and let it set. It'll do extra exfoliating, but it's also got the oatmeal in it, which is super calming, so it'll take away some of that redness. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. I've been buying it since 2006, so yes, I would buy it again. My last exfoliant is Drunk Elephant's TLC Sukari Baby Facial. You do this once a week, no more. So what are my thoughts? Well, it's got a 25% alpha hydroxy, and that's glycolic, tartaric, lactic, and citric acid blend in it, which is pretty potent. 25 is really on the top level of what you can sell on a retail level. It also has a 2% beta hydroxy, so that's pretty high, again, for a retail product. It has an antioxidant blend of matcha tea, milk thistle, and apple to soothe and brighten. And it also comes with, like I said, it comes with a sample of marula oil, which is soothing and calming. So what do I think about it? First of all, it's incredibly intense. The first 5 minutes, you're going to spend the entire time wanting to take it off. It doesn't burn, it's a really intense tingle. So you put it on and you have that moment of just like, if you can make it past the first 5 minutes, you're golden. It does the job. I've been using this for months now and I love it. I bought it from Sephora and like I said, it came with a sample of marula oil. Well, the sample didn't last very long, so I still had this whole bottle of the exfoliant. But I did find that doing it and even doing soothing treatments to my skin afterwards, nothing worked as well as this. So if you're going to be spending the $80 and investing in this, it hasn't made much of a dent in my severe wrinkles in my forehead, and it hasn't done much for my hyperpigmentation. That being said, my skin looks plump, it looks bright, it looks clear after I do this. And I have been seeing over the months some changes to my skin, like the softening of the lines around my mouth. So, I really like it. It's a good investment. If you're going to buy it, it's a good investment. But I would recommend trying to get your hands on a sample first. because it is pricey, and if you can't handle the tingle, you'll never use it. So would I buy it again? Yeah, and I already have. So, and I will continue to do so. Ooh, it's time for a drinky. Okay, now we're moving on to masks. Masks are a great tool. First of all, they're super easy, especially if you're using sheet masks. And sheet masks are becoming much more popular. They're easy. You just wash your face, slap them on. You can wash dishes, make the bed, read your kids a bedtime story, relax. But, masks can treat a multitude of problems, from dryness to brightness to there's clarifying masks, there's purifying masks. I do a masking every night on my skin. And we're starting with the bubble tea, lemongrass, and green tea sheet mask. So what did I think? Well, lemongrass is very rich in vitamins A and C. Yeah, you've got some antioxidant properties, some exfoliating properties, and some astringent properties as well. Tea, well known that they're anti-inflammatory. And it's also got water and glycerin, which is a humectant. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. I hope for more when you're when you're calling it a hydrating mask. I expected to have a lot more than just glycerin in it. My skin felt more toned and it was kind of hydrated, but it really wasn't one of my favorites. I felt like the mask dried out really fast on my face, and I don't know why that is. It just wasn't as saturated as I wanted it to be. It was difficult to unfold too, which is always the challenge when you're trying to find the corners of the mask to pull it apart. Would I buy it again? No. I would say that there are other ones that are better out there. It's not a bad mask, but for me, there's other things I would rather buy. The next mask is the Epiel, I think is how it's pronounced, Beauty Zebra Mask. So it is a character mask. So my thoughts. Okay, bamboo is known for strengthening the skin, but it's usually used more for acne. So I'm wondering if they're equating strengthening with tightening and lifting. I will say it's one of the few character masks that actually looks like the character, so I could see the zebra stripes, because usually it just looks like you've got this faded out makeup on your face, but this one has the actual zebra stripes, so it was kind of fun. Honestly, in that bundle, I like some of the other masks. Is it lifting and restoring? Yeah, I mean, I will say I had some nice hydration out of it. I like the way my skin felt, but did I see a visible lifting, tightening difference? No. Trying to get this thing out of the package, taking it out and unfolding it was a nightmare. It was like you couldn't see the edges. I really struggled to get it unfolded, and it was saturated in serum, which is a good thing, but it was dripping everywhere because I couldn't get the mask unfolded. It was just unpleasant. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I might buy that bundle again because there were a couple that I really liked, but I wouldn't specifically seek out that mask. The next mask is the Karuna Hydrating Plus Face Mask. So my thoughts on it, its main ingredient, hyaluronic acid, so it's definitely moisturizing, and it helps with the elasticity. I thought my skin looked hydrated and firmer. Would I buy it again? I already have. And last but not least is the mask, the Starskin VIP, the Diamond Mask. So let's talk about what I think. Evening Primrose is actually really well known for bruising and wound healing. And it's often used in acne products because a big part of acne is restoring the skin. First, you have to get rid of the bacteria, and then you need to restore the skin. So it's used a lot in that. And the diamond dust, it does have, it will illuminate your skin, but I just want to make sure everybody is very clear that it's very temporary. I loved the way the mask was packaged. It was easy to unfold because it had so usually how masks are packaged is they're folded in half and then they're folded into quarters. So in between the quarter section, which is usually the most difficult piece to peel apart, was a plastic divider. So that was amazing. And then for the half, there was actually a mesh backing. It also is a gel mask. So whereas the other three were paper masks, this was like a gel, almost like a gel pad. And it was soaked in serum, and it adhered really easily to the skin, and it stayed really easily. And I felt like it didn't dry out. It gave my skin a really nice glow, and it felt soft and supple afterwards. I would say if you're getting ready for a special event or a date night, for 15 minutes while you're getting ready, I think that it would be a perfect option for your skin. Would I buy it again? Yeah. I mean, I have a ton of masks to go through because, again, I get lots of stuff. But if I found myself needing one, I definitely would invest in it. And the creme de la creme mask was really nice as well. So yeah, I would definitely do the bundle again, 100%. I've been abandoned by the plug. He was laying next to me, and now he is on the other side of the couch. He looks adorable, though. I'll give him that. So now we're getting into the eyes, and I've got actually 3 different types of eye products. So let's start with the BioElements Quick Refiner for Eyes. I used to carry this at my business. And essentially, using your ring fingers, you apply a small amount and dab it on. You want to stay around the perimeter of the orbital bone. Don't go inside that perimeter. You use it at night. And then you can also do an eye cream over the top of it. My thoughts on it, it hasn't irritated my eyes, so I really haven't seen any kind of redness, which sometimes can come with exfoliants. And I have been noticing my crow's feet softening a little bit. You can't get rid of deep wrinkles without medical intervention, but it's softening the fine lines around my eyes. Are they brighter? Sure. I still have issues with dark circles sometimes and a little bit of puffiness, but for the most part. Here's the big change, and here is why I would highly recommend this product, is that I am very prone to melia. I am especially prone to melia around my eyes. I had one that was I started using that probably 2 or 3 weeks ago again, gone. If you have an issue with that, I would highly recommend this product. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I mean, I'm phasing it out, but I would still buy it for my personal use. There are several products in the BioElements line that I like, and this happens to be one of them. Next is the Derma E Hydrating Eye Cream. I bought this from Whole Foods. I went on this kick where I wanted to start trying on these different organic lines at Whole Foods, and then I just stopped going Whole Foods. So my thoughts, I looked at the ingredient list, and it has a lot of ingredients for everything that it claims to do. It's got the hyaluronic acid, the green tea for energizing, vitamin A for exfoliating, vitamin C for antioxidant and brightening, the vitamin E, which helps strengthen your skin. And I have been using it in the morning every day for about a month now, and I see a difference. But I also don't know if it's that in conjunction with the quick refiner or not. But the crow's feet don't extend as far as they used to. I'm not as puffy as I used to be. Still no working on my dark circles, though, I will say that. Would I buy it again? Sure. I thought it was a relatively reasonable price for eye cream because eye cream can get really expensive and it was easy to find. So sure. And last but not least for the eyes is the Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks. You apply the foil side up so you see the gold underneath your eye along your orbital bone. Leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes, take them off, and tap in the excess serum. So my thought, calendula is really well known for wound healing, and it can reduce inflammation. It also can stimulate collagen production. So you've kind of got a trifecta of good things for your eyes there. The Camu Camu is an antioxidant, which is nice, and of course hyaluronic acid, hydrating. I've used it twice now for makeup prep, and I have to say my eyes looked great. Would I buy it again? Yeah, because I did like the way my eyes looked after it. I have a lot of eye masks to try right now, but I keep going back to that one. That was my go-to. It's getting lower. Now let's move on to the lips. And we're starting with the Awake Lip Therapy Lip Mask. I don't know if I would use this throughout the day for dry lips because it's very heavy, but definitely I put it on twice during the overnight. And what are my thoughts? Well, I'd say it has a great sweet smell. It definitely smells like raspberries, but it's not overpowering. So you kind of smell it as you're applying it, and then it just goes away. So you won't be smelling that all day. It has a thick wax base, so it's thicker than like lip gloss. So it's really sticky, but it does stay in place and it doesn't really go anywhere. You can drink a little bit of water. It's not, it stays around. Yeah, I think my lips are looking a lot better. I have even noticed less wrinkles, which is really important. Would I buy it again? It doesn't top my favorite lip mask product, but I still like it. I will tell you that when I was on their website looking up information about it, I found all these products I really wanted to try. So now I'm thinking, yeah, I might buy it again because it looked like a really fun product line that I'm interested in researching a little bit more. Next for your lips is the Eco Lips Lip Scrub in Brown Sugar. It says you can lick it off. I have gotten it in my mouth before. it's a skincare product. You can eat it, but my thoughts. Well, its base is brown sugar, which is a manual exfoliant. It is very grainy. And then it's also got organic olive oil, coconut oil, and jojoba oil, which, not in this order, is anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and a lot of moisturizing properties. So that's really important for your lips. Would I buy it again? Well, it doesn't really doesn't top my favorite product that I have for lip scrub, but definitely less expensive, and it works well enough that I'm going to say, yeah, I'd buy it again. Product that you saw in my first makeup tutorial video for the lips is the Fresh Sugar Mint Rush Freshening Lip Treatment. That's a mouthful. I'm telling you, names of products are getting longer and longer every day. My thoughts are, first of all, it's a beeswax base, so it's got some heft to it. It does have meadow seed foam oil in it, which is very nourishing. Sugar, it's not gritty like the lip scrub, but sugar in the form that it's in, it's a humectant, which means a humectant actually attracts water to your skin, which is a really good thing for your lips because more water means more fullness and plumpness, and it does mean you won't get chapped lips. That being said, I'm skeptical for any lip product that claims it's a 24-hour lip product. Unless you don't ever drink anything or eat anything or wipe your face or use a napkin, it's just impossible. It is. It's got peppermint oil in it for that minty burst. So peppermint oil can be drying. It's not as thick as I would like for prepping for my makeup. So I usually like a really nice, intense balm because it's going to be wiped off from my lipstick. It was, a nice balm. It's a nice balm to use throughout the day. And the minty smell is lovely. Although, according to the website, they said, oh, you can, smack your lips together and you'll smell the minty freshness. Yeah, no. Would I buy it again? I like other lip balms better, so probably not. But it's not a bad one. If you get one, use it. Last but not least for our lips is the Patchology Flash Patch Hydrating Lip Gel. So it's really cool. It's like this gel mask. It's got a little tiny hole so you can breathe in and out of your mouth too. You just put it on there, leave it on for 5 minutes, remove it, and you can rub in the serum. You're good to go. What did I think? Well, niacinamide. That is a form of B3, vitamin B3, which is known for fighting wrinkles. So that's a good one to have on your lips because, like I said, your lips get really wrinkly, especially when they're dry. It has a cocktail of peptides in it. Peptides are bundles of amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins. Proteins, of course, make up DNA. Green tea is an antioxidant and also an anti-inflammatory, which is, again, another major course of aging. It's a quick treatment. It's 5 minutes. It is kind of a pain. It kind of wants to slide around a little bit, and the gel, after a while, begins to break down. So I would definitely recommend not trying to move your lips at all. But I did notice a difference on the lips. It seemed to be more plump than just using a lip balm alone. Would I buy it again? I already did. So yeah, I would. I liked it. It was really fun. So thanks for taking the time to watch my video. It was a pleasure giving you all this information. I know it's a lot of information. If you have any questions or there's anything that you want me to look at or review, please contact me. You can message me, you can put something in the comments, whatever works for you. Again, please subscribe to my channel, which is the Tipsy SD. It was a pleasure doing this for you, and I hope I see you again really soon. Be safe.